Let me start with your legs. They're so smooth when you walk in, grooves that you're flaunting. Don't do it often.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and happy fall! Finally, the weather is changing and I'm so excited. I love the fall and winter season and I'm so ready to start darkening up my makeup and keeping my clothing nice and warm because finally the weather is less than 80 degrees in Southern California. We've been getting into like the 50s and the 60s, which I know to a lot of people is not that cold, but for Southern Californians it definitely is. So today I decided that I wanted to show you my fall makeup routine, and it's a bit of a auburn infused ruby toned smoky eye with of course a cat winged line, and I just wanted to show it to you guys because it's my favorite look. It's my favorite time of season and I don't know, I just really like it. Just a warning before we get started, I will not be naming off the products that I'm using. I'm just going to be giving their description because my makeup right now is not usually what I use. They're just kind of knockoffs and I don't really want to promote those brands on my channel, I guess. So just to let you guys know, there will be a video soon with makeup that I usually use, like Tarte and stuff like that. So just stay tuned for that. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So before I like to do anything with my makeup routine, I always make sure that my lips have lip balm on them because one, the weather is already getting really cold and our lips are sensitive and they get chapped very easily, and we don't want any harsh makeup or anything like that to just make it worse. So make sure you're protecting your lips this season. So first we're going to apply our foundation, of course, and I like to put it in the centers of my face, the biggest areas, and then blend it out. Apply my makeup a little bit more heavily in the fall and winter seasons because one, the weather isn't as hot and you're not sweating so much, so it's not as bad for your skin, and two, the weather is pretty harsh and we want to make sure that our makeup stays on with all the wind and gust and everything going around. Ooh, I got some makeup on my beanie. Good job. Alright. Always remember to cover your neck, boys and girls. But yeah, we just want to make sure that our makeup stays on throughout the day, even when it's super windy outside or what have you, rain, all that fun act of God stuff. I'm going to use my hands to blend in the makeup on my neck, just because I feel like using a sponge on such a straight surface can cause streaks, and that's not cute. No. Next up, we're going to use our concealer. I'm going to apply a little bit more than I generally would for this look because I am using my summer shades still and I'm pretty pale compared to those shades, so I'm going to be applying my concealer in the general areas, concealing under eye darkness and different little blemish marks, stuff like that. But I'm also kind of going to be using it as a foundation as well, just to lighten everything up.
Don't you dare look out your window, darling, everything's on fire. The war outside your door keeps raging on.
We can start blending with our sponge again. Just tapping, don't rub, because that's how we clog pores and cause weird streaky lines, which isn't cute. So just gently tap to let everything blend in together. I hope you guys are liking this camera, by the way. I got a new camera. It's a Canon, and it is a more compact digital camera than my DSLR. And I got it because it has continuous autofocus, which is really important for videos like this, so that I can focus more on the job at hand rather than making sure that my shot is always in focus. It does it for me, which is super nice. Looks pretty good, so now we can move on to my favorite part, contouring. So for my shading for this look, I'm going to be using a purple toned brown mixed in with a red tone brown as well. And for my highlight, I will be using a pure white mixed in with flesh tones, purple, and green.
And let's go ahead and start our highlight first, because why not? So main points that you want to put your highlight on is of course going to be the bridge of your nose. We're going to move it up into the frontal. We'll place some on the arch of our brow, so that we don't have to do that later while applying eyeshadow. I kind of like to frame the outer half of my brows. I don't know why, I kind of just always have done that. Good. I'm going to make an arrow type shape down here on my nose. Add a little highlight to the inner corner once again, so we don't have to do that when applying eyeshadow. We'll put some at the center of our chin. I create a little heart because I like to bring out the little dimple that I have in my chin. It's not very pronounced, and I kind of like to bring it out when I do my makeup. We'll apply it to the top of our zygomatic arches, aka our cheekbones. And we'll bring it under the eye as well. Just a little bit more coverage on those dark circles if we have them.
I use when I talk to you so carefully. My style, my little secrets. I used to keep it all new.
And a little bit for our jawline.
Yeah, baby, I'm up all night just to get it right.
I always love contouring because whenever I do this, it feels like I'm peeking my face and getting ready for like war or something. And I think it's fun.
Now we'll move on to our shading.
And let's see. For shading, of course, cheekbones are huge. I'll bring it upward like this. You don't want to have your highlight and shadow touching. You want to have a little bit of flesh tone in between, because otherwise it looks super chiseled and weird looking, and that's just not natural. That's not what we want. So always make sure there's a little bit of skin showing between shadows and highlights. Cheekbones, temporals or temples. Hitting you with the proper terminology there. Right up in there. We're going to go across our hairline. Bring it into temporals again. With shadowing, I don't know why, but I always tend to blend as I go. Whereas with highlighting, I will blend afterward. I just try to avoid any harsh lines when it comes to shadowing, because if a product stays on for too long, sometimes it'll just kind of get stuck there, and when you go back to blend afterwards, it just doesn't want to move. So I try to avoid that frustration altogether, and just blend as I go.
One day, a party go treat like a year. Stay up every night, cause we don't need a rest. And I'ma put a heart after every single text. Got the new white chucks, I ain't looking no mess. While I got you, while I
We'll place a little bit of color under our jawline. I like a pronounced jawline. I think it's, I don't know, it just looks very strong to me, and I like it. And then we will contour our nose and eye area using a smaller brush.
Gone, finished, but we ain't done, no, done, no, done, no. Kiss you before you gone, gone. Miss you before, miss you before, miss you before you gone, gone. I can't wait to want you more than ever. Make every single time like the first time I met you. So nervous, so strong, so curious, so dumb. Hitting you in my heart with some chocolates and roses. Miss you before you go. Miss you before. Finished, but we ain't done, no. We ain't done, no. Baby, done, no. Kiss you before you go.
And one little area that I actually missed during the highlight was the Cupid's bow. So I'll put a little bit of white right in there. This just helps our lips to look a little fuller, creating a little bit of illusion. all fun stuff, right? I'm going to take our sponge again with a little bit of foundation still left on it so that everything just blends together, and we'll pat and blend.
I'd be like, come over. She like, where you stay at? I'm from San Diego. She played the piano, and we be making some songs tonight.
Always go for the white areas first, because if you went for the dark areas first, the light areas would get really muddied really fast, and that's not good.
Stop being no celebrity, but you still fell for me so far. It's so far, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I like the
No,
way
in the dark.
the way you
That's
tell
my
me.
dimple a little too high. That's something we can fix. There we go.
It's real, isn't it?
Cool.
It feels different.
I just like the way you
Not
are.
any harsh lines, just creating shadows.
Bounce, 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 bouncing at an orbit. Singing
And this is my most challenging area, the nose. I tend to overblend or underblend, but there's never a happy medium. So let's see how we do.
someday I'ma take you shopping. Oh, I know where the stores. Yeah, we be at the
A little extra highlight.
got all the best shit. You would think I'm on sale. Really, you are all
Some shadow
I'm
under
here
here.
for. You treat me like a star.
Alright.
Call me Ringo. I like the way you. I like the way you treat me like a star.
Looks good to me. Just going to deepen the dimple right there, and then move on to powder foundation.
We're going to set everything with the powder foundation. This is where I become pale again, which is great,
It's real, isn't it?
because obviously that's my real skin tone, and I shouldn't be putting tan makeup on when I am glow in the dark, basically.
So just lightly press it in, set everything. This also helps soften any harsh lines, which is great. Does a little extra blending for you.
It's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like me to go over everything. They say the time's supposed to heal ya, but I ain't done much healing.
And once everything is patted over, we will go in the circular motion, which is called buffing, and it's getting rid of extra powder, and also just making sure that we get every single area, and not every area becomes matte.
When we were younger, and
Last but not least, we will go over our neck
I've
pretty lightly. Not a lot of product on there, so we're good.
the world fell at our feet. There's such a
Now my second favorite part, brows.
between us and a million miles. Hello from the other side.
First step would be to groom them into place. I just use one of these double-ended eyelash/eyebrow brushes, and I just kind of get them into shape, and everything's good. Then you wet your brush. I use eyeshadow to do my brows, so I have to wet my brush, and I do it with my mouth because I'm gross, but that's fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into this.
Or breaking your heart, but it don't matter. Clearly doesn't tear you apart anymore. Hello,
A little bit more natural, and that looks good to me. And now for the other one.
I'm sorry. I hope
A quote that I live my life by is, eyebrows are sisters, not twins. And that's something I have to remind myself every day, because I am such a perfectionist when it comes to them, and I've been known to spend about 20 minutes just doing my brows, and I know that's unhealthy, so no need to comment.
from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times.
Carve any mistakes out using our concealer brush.
Never seem to be home. Hello from the outside. At least I can say that I've tried to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart, but it don't matter. It clearly doesn't tear you apart.
Now we can move on to our eyeshadow. The base of our eyeshadow is going to be just a nude color. Maybe if you're fair skinned like me, a champagne, or if you are a little tanner, just some more bronze tones. Anything like that will do. Something that basically matches your skin tone. We're just creating a base, that's all. Using a fluffy brush, we're going to start on our crease. First color I'm going to go for is a gold. We can put this in the crease and blend it out pretty well. So what we're going to start doing is going from an ombre, lightest to darkest. So what I'm going to take next is an orangey red and go ahead and pop that in the crease as well, covering a smaller area so that you can still see the gold in the outlines. So our next color is going to be an auburn burnt red. Once again, putting that in just a smaller space so that the color that we put before still stands out. Our last color is going to be a red tinted purple, and we're going to put that in the very outer area. So it's this almost copper or ruby tinted smoky eye. It's kind of my favorite. Right now I'm going to add a little bit more of pressed powder on top of my foundation and contouring, just because it still feels a little bit dewy, and I really like a matte feel and look. Now to tightline and waterline. This part's going to be a little difficult to show ya, but I'm going to do my best. Let's see. Okay. Tightlining always looks super scary. If you've never tightlined before and you're going to try it out, just be careful. Make sure your pencil isn't too sharp, and make sure there are no wooden bits after sharpening it still left on the eyeliner itself. And we'll add a little bit to the outer corner on the waterline. Very little bit. I don't like to put too much on my waterline or the bottom half of my eye because it tends to shrink them very, very quickly. Now we move on to our winged liner. I've created a winged liner tutorial, so if you want to go check that out, feel free. I will link it in the description below.
Down on the west coast, they got a saying, if you're not drinking, then you're not playing, but you've got the music.
And last but not least, for the eyes, we're going to add mascara.
Don't you? Down on the west coast, I get this feeling like it all could happen. That's why I'm leaving you for the moment. You for the moment, but
Nobody panic.
yeah, you. Feeling hard at the show.
Well, goodness gracious, I am just not having a good time because my kid day. Oh, wait. Supposed to go everywhere but my... Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. Just wants to go everywhere but my lashes, apparently. That's cool. You live your life, mascara. Be free.
Alright. Damage control is good to go. Alright. So let's go ahead and deepen up our bronzer, and we will add some blush, and then we shall be finished. I just clipped my nails and it was a really bad decision because now I can't open anything.
He's crazy, cubano como yo, my love. On the balcony, I'm saying, move, baby, move, baby. I'm in love.
We use a purple toned blush. We'll keep it deep for this one. There we go. Looking good, guys. Look at that. Looks like my hair is like super short. Get out of here. I decided to add one more touch. So I'm going to apply a mauve lip color. It's a very dusty rose, a little bit of purple tinted in there, but it's very close to my own lip color, just a little bit deeper. And just to make the look that much more intense. There it is.
I guess that no one ever really made me feel I'm a child. They say you could read, oh, it's you. I decide your love, your love, your love.
That's all, folks. So this video was very impromptu. I just kind of decided that I wanted to do it. I wanted to do my makeup today, and why not just film it? And it's been a while. It's been a good minute since I've filmed a makeup tutorial for you guys. So why not, right? Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Once again, as always, let me know if there are any other tutorials or topics you would like me to do or talk about. Thanks again, guys, for visiting my channel and always returning and always being supportive of me. It always means the world to me, and I hope you guys stick around for more. I will see you folks on the flip side. And I will make sure to deliver for you guys. Thank you again for returning to my channel and always being so supportive. Whoa. Thanks again for returning to my channel and always being so supportive. Are you kidding? I really can't say that. Thanks again. I'm having a stroke.